Good morning, YouTubers, and welcome to your Thursday installment of the Lamb Dog Experience. I want to give you a quick Big Sarge 101 update. He's moved over to the American Embassy in Baghdad, which, do a search on that American Embassy. It's pretty interesting. It's the largest embassy in the world for the United States. You can look up the statistics. I could try to spout them off for you, but I'd probably get it wrong. Anyway, a little bit of explanation. I'm trying to get a little bit of variety of the videos, and I'm pretty sure, with the exception of my 1911 versus Glock 19, I haven't done a video while I'm wearing my little around the house robe. In that video, you can't really tell anyway. Also, I got to apologize for my voice. I think I'm fighting a bit of the swine flu. So, Robbie GTV has a video up. He put it up yesterday about the wealthy and extravagance and how seeing that particular extravagance affects your approach to life and what you do or how you feel. I live in Florida, of course. You must know by now. And there is some extravagant wealth, even in my small area. But if you go down to a place like Sarasota, Tampa Bay, near Treasure Island, you get to see even more examples of extravagant wealth. The first time, well, not really the first time, I'm going to say the last time. The last time I went down to Sarasota, I went into this neighborhood that, it started out as one of these meek, domestic type, urban bay type neighborhoods. Those of you who live in Florida know what I'm talking about. Kind of just the intercoastal houses, built maybe back in the 60s or 50s, fairly modest, and they have canals running through them and people have their boats. Well, in this particular area of Sarasota, many of these houses have been removed and exchanged for very high dollar mansions. This particular house that I visited down there, it was in a neighborhood such as that. And within that neighborhood were several of these houses. Now what's ironic is when these houses were constructed during the real estate boom, they had never been occupied. And the house directly across the street of this normal, let's say it was a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2,000 square feet house, was this 10,000 square foot monolithic thing. Beautiful, beautiful house. But now here's the rub. On the bottom of the little for sale sign, it said 40-car garage. My immediate reaction to this was, oh, it's just some sort of a typo. and I just brushed it off thinking, oh, 40-car, that's silly. And when I took a closer look at the house, I noticed that it went downwards, and there was this basement underneath this gigantic house, and it was, no shit, a 40-car garage. And me personally, it would take a very long time for you to hear everything how I grew up or whatever, and it's not particularly important, but me personally, I actually thought it was a bit amusing to have a 40-car garage, and when I envisioned it, I was thinking something along the lines of Batman, Jay Leno, or Lara Croft. Just an interesting point of view. It doesn't particularly bother me, and I think it may be because I've been around it all my life. Not one of them per se, but being friends with those particular people and growing up beside them that are very wealthy, you find that they put their pants on one leg at a time. And for the most part of my life, my family wasn't necessarily hurting either. I never went to bed hungry, and as a matter of fact, I never had a toy that I wanted that I didn't eventually get. So it never witnessing that sort of extravagance never put forth the same sort of, oh my gosh, I'm a retard. I need to do what these people do, and that's kind of hurt me to have that go with the flow type thing. It's been sort of the detriment to lavish success on my part, because I am a bit on the lazy side. Now, I do have a friend who is quite the opposite. He took me aside. This was a couple of weeks ago. He had just went over to I don't know if it's Palm Harbor. It's not really important where, but his father-in-law has a condominium on the beach, and he went down there, and it was just like Robbie said. It wasn't just seeing a couple of 30 to 40 foot pleasure boats. It was seeing a mass group of 30 to 40 foot pleasure boats. It was yachts everywhere, sailboats everywhere, Rolex watches and that sort of thing everywhere. And he very much, I mean, this is a guy I work side by side with. He very much was taken aback by, wow, I'm behind. I'm not doing what these people do. The difference between him and me, I don't know. I'm not going to take some sort of a superior, like, well, I know that people are people and wealth means nothing. I wouldn't say that. He's a good guy, smart guy. And I'm probably so far on the spectrum that, a person drives up with a paid-for brand new Mercedes, and I'm like, yeah, that's nice. You got to drive, right? And I've had other people criticize me for that behavior, saying, "Well, that's what a person that's doing okay says when they see something like that." Like, oh, you bought an airplane? Yeah, you got to get places. That's cool. Oh, you got a 30-foot Donzi? Yeah, I like to go out on the water. Oh, sorry for this Thursday morning ramblings. Hope I didn't bore you to death too much. It's a video response to Robbie G TV Pool Cleaner Millionaire. Have a good one, y'all.